Shalom Yasharallah. Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, all praises, glory to Yahweh, Hallelujah, praise Yahweh. And saying that, when it comes to the gospel, many righteous, many religious believers or spiritual people die outside of their faith, despite of their confessions and their belief, due to the fact of that they lack understanding of what they worship at. And as a result of lack of understanding of the biblical scriptures, the gospel, they die in idolization. They die in separation. Through y'all religious teachings, y'all become enemies to Yahweh God. Because see, understand religion is a governing system of man, and it's set up just like the government. Where like the government takes your money politically through taxes, regulations, and fees, so does the church take your money through church functions and religious teachings and offerings. You understand me? Because see, understand, religion is a governing system of man, religious belief system. Now this religious belief system to what today what we know as is called the church. Yet when you go back into the ancient world and the biblical scriptures, these religious belief system, what we know today as the church, goes back into the gate of gods. You understand me? Because see, what happened is that idol worshiping is the beginning and end of all things, and a lot of believers, a lot of religious, spiritual people die in idolization because y'all lack understanding. Because see, understand, y'all start to worship creation more than the creator. Listen to what Yahweh Shai say. Listen to what Yahweh Shai say. Let's go into the book of Matthew 7. And let's get I'm gonna start at let's get Matthew 7. I'm gonna start at verse 13. Matthew chapter 7 verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few be there that find it. Meaning that to find your way in life, or to find a narrow road, only a few is going to be able to wake up. Meaning that only a few is going to be able to understand what they're looking at when they watch these media outlets. They're going to understand when these political events and the cataclysmic events take shape. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. And many believers, many spirituality people that call themselves spiritual, they go inside that wide gate. And a lot of you all walking in that wide gate but not understanding. Because see, broad is the way. Because see, understand, idolization is not just about the images. You understand me? See, worshiping is an act of obedience. Either you're going to obey the commandments of Yahweh God, which is a divine governing system, or you're going to obey the governing system of man, which is a philosophical system. And it comes in various forms. You understand me? Because this is about obedience. Do you understand me? Yet it's built on belief, but yet that belief is based on obedience. You understand me? And a lot of you all lack understanding of what y'all worship, so y'all disobedient when it comes to the commandments, so y'all fall victim to idolization. Because see, sin separates you from Yahweh God. And a lot of religious, a lot of church goers die in separation. You understand me? Because they idolize. They not understanding what they worshiping, because the church is not designed to teach you. You understand me? The church is designed to keep you in idolization. Because long as you're in idolization, you lack understanding of what you worship. And so as a result of a lack of understanding, they control and they rule over you religiously. You understand me? Because see, understand, a kingdom is based on two systems. Do you understand me? You have a philosophical system that comes in various forms, and you have a religious governing system. Now that religious governing system is what we call divine. See, the commandments is a divine governing system because they come directly from Yahweh God. And the commandments are composed of two parts. Let me now understand. See, understand that, oh, I got it upside down so that y'all can get a better understanding. See, so understand, you have a divine system which deals with man and God. And many believers, many spirituality people, or people that call themselves spiritual or religious believers, they died to idolization. They died to the first tablet. Do you understand me? Because see, understand, this divine governance system is what we know politically is called theocracy. Theocracy is a divine intervention, a clergy group of men who rule to that intervention. And the Catholic Church ruled to this day all Abrahamic religions. Because see, understand, the commandments is one legal system that's composed of two. You have that divine, and then you have a philosophical system. Now the philosophical system is where man governance system come into play because it comes in various forms. You understand me? See, so when you go back into the scriptures, when you go back, a kingdom, it consists of two parts. You have a divine and a philosophical system. You understand me? Matter of fact, let me get Genesis. Let me go to Genesis 10 and let me get verse 10. Genesis chapter 10, verse 10. In the beginning of his kingdom, listen. In the beginning of his kingdom was Babel and Erech, and Canaan, and Cani in the land of Shinar. Meaning that a one-word governance system ain't nothing new. You understand me? And Babel is known as confusion. Yeah, Babylon is religiously known as the gate of gods. Because see, understand, Nimrod protected the people from the animals. You understand me? They labeled him king, and he built all these shrines. You understand me? Let's go up to verse 9. Genesis chapter 10, verse 9. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, where it was said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord, meaning that he was against the Lord Yahweh God. Through the clothes of Adam, he was like a Nephilim. They labeled him king. He started his kingdom with Babel and Erech and Calat and Cani in the land of Shinar. So this one world governance system ain't nothing new. This one world governance system is still here to this day, and this one world governance system is against Yahweh God. You understand me? Let's go to Genesis 11. Genesis 11 and 4, and let me get Jeremiah 51. And let me give 7. Genesis chapter 11, verse 4. And they say, go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto the heaven, and let us make a name. And they made a name for themselves, which is called Babylon. Because see, Babylon is the two-part governance system. You have a monarchy philosophical system, and then you have a divine religious system. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so understand that through a lack of understanding of the commandments, through a lack of understanding of the gospel, through a lack of understanding of the Bible, a lot of y'all become enemies to Yahweh God through y'all religious teachings. Y'all idolization. Y'all fall victim to idolization, to where a lot of you all die outside of your faith, despite of your baptism, your confessions, and your belief. You understand me? Jeremiah 51 verse 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. And all the earth are drunken from the religious and the philosophical doctrines of Babylon, because Babylon is still here to this day. Do you understand me? See, so when the Bible speaks about Babylon, it's not talking about the geographical location. You understand me? Babylon is the governing system of man. You understand me? And they composed of two. You have a monarchy system, and you have a divine governance, a religious system, divine or religious system. You understand me? Your religious system is what you believe in. Politically is how you carry that belief out. See, y'all lack understanding of what this political game is about, because see, understand the gospel is a public affair to a country. Do you understand me? See, y'all lack understanding of the gospel, and when I mean by the gospel, Christ, Yahweh Shai, birth, death, and resurrection. Through religious teachings, y'all know of the gospel. Do you understand me? Through the religious teachings, yet knowing and believing is two different. And what happened is that through religious teachings, y'all are separated and idolized. Then y'all fall into idolization. You understand me? Let me get back on Matthew chapter 7. Yeah, what's that? Verse 13. For, for ye enter in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many be there which go in thereat. Because why? They lack understanding of what they worship. It doesn't matter what religious system that you're a part of, Judaism, Christianity, Islam. Because see, understand, Christianity and Islam is the daughter of Judaism. Do you understand me? Islam and Catholicism is the same religion. You understand me? But understand that many believers, many religious believers, many spiritual people go inside that wide gate, not even understanding that they going inside that wide gate through religious teachings. You understand me? So y'all fall victim to the governance system of Esau Illuminati. You understand me? To where y'all end up accepting the mark of the beast and that chip system, not understanding you already have that mark and you already chipped. But it's just that you lack understanding of the political game and what it's all about. Because at the end of the day, what taking place in the media, it's all politically related. Because these politicians are playing out the prophecies of Yahweh. You understand me? Because this book is closed. You understand me? It is what it is. Let's go down to verse 22. Matthew chapter 7, verse 22. Many will say unto me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name cast out devils, in thy name done many wonderful works. And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Meaning that he never knew you. Despite of your baptism and despite you getting on your knees and confessing. At the end of the day, through religious teachings, you are idolized. Y'all fall victim to idolization. You die outside of your faith. Do you understand me? So he don't know you because the church is not designed to teach you what you worship. Yet it keeps you in it keeps you captive to the religious ideology of man. You understand me? Because see, understand again, idol worshiping is the beginning and the cause of all things. In fact, I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna get into the Apocrypha. And I'm going to go to Wisdom of Solomon. And I'm going to get Wisdom of Solomon 14 chapter. And I'm going to get verse 27. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 14 verse 27. For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. Meaning that he's going to put an end to all the idolization. Because see, understand, anything outside of the commandments is idolization. It's idol worshiping. Again, worshiping is an act of obedience. And a lot of y'all obey creation more than you obey the creator. Because y'all lack understanding through y'all religious teachings. So y'all are disobedient. Let me go to the book of Romans. And let me get Romans 1. And 25, I believe, I think that Romans 1 and 25, but I'm gonna start up the verse 21. Romans chapter 1 verse 21. Because that when they knew Yahweh God, they glorified him not as Yahweh God, neither were thankful, but became vain. Now vain is emptiness. They became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they become fools, and changed the glory of the corruptible Yahweh into an image made like the corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creepy things. Meaning that from the Babylonian tablets, the Sumerian tablets, to the Egyptian, you had idolization. You understand me? They participated in idolization. In Egypt, you had men walking around with dog head costumes on. Do you understand me? There is no such thing as a half man and a half dog. You understand me? But yet, that's the imagination of man, is emptiness. I was talking to somebody, I think last week, about imaginations and how the imagination of man is wild. You understand me? The imagination of man is wickedness. Why? Because that imagination is the philosophical nature of man. You understand me? Because see, this is what y'all have to understand. When man's eyes became open, he was against Yahweh God. Do you understand me? Because he know good from evil. Do you understand me? Let me get not Jeremiah, but let me get Genesis 3:22. Genesis chapter 3, verse 22. And the Lord Yahweh said, Behold, the man is become one of us, to know good and evil. See, so man became like gods to know good and evil. You understand me? See, so man don't need God, Yahweh God. He don't need Yahweh God commandments, because man know himself. See, so y'all have to understand, through religious teaching and philosophical views of man, y'all become enemies to Yahweh God. You understand me? To where y'all die in idolization. Y'all worship creation more than the creator. Do you understand me? See, so what happened when you go out in history, you go back to the Sumerian tablets, how they worship the celestial objects, from the Babylonians to the Roman Empire to the Greeks and to the Egyptians. Do you understand me? They worship creation more than the creator, because understand, the man and his ideology and philosophy and his governance system is against Yahweh God, and Yahweh God is against the governance system of man. Do you understand me? See, so y'all like understanding of this battle, this war. You understand me? Because this spiritual war is politically being played out through these politicians, and it's being played out through the parties, the Democrats and the Republicans. Because y'all have to understand, the Democrats represents the philosophical system, and the Republicans represents a divine governance system. Because see, understand, America believes in God. Do you understand me? America believes in God. When it comes to the Democrats or the independents, they don't believe in God. They believe in the philosophical system. See, understand, the church is has a C4 charter with the government. Do you understand me? So the church is set up like the government. It has the pastor, it's the president, you have the first lady, you have the secretary of the church, you got the deacon board and the deaconess, which is the Senate. Do you understand me? You got the House of Representatives, which is the congregation. And then you got different position office cabinets in that church. Do you understand me? Because again, the kingdom is composed of two. You have a divine and a philosophical system. See, y'all lack understanding because the church don't teach y'all what y'all worshiping. So y'all don't understand the biblical scripture. So y'all die in idolization. You understand me? Let's go back. Listen to what he said again. Matthew chapter 7, verse 14. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and a few be there that find it. A few is going to be able to understand what they're looking at, comprehend what these politicians are talking about, understanding their terminology when they promote their agenda, because their agenda makes a mockery out of Yahweh God. And so does all these religious this religious system that y'all are into, from Judaism, Catholicism, to Buddhist, to Christianity. All that ain't nothing but mockery. Do you understand me? It is what it is. Let's go down to let's get back down to verse 23. Matthew chapter 7, verse 23. And fact, let's start at 22. Verse 22. Many will say unto me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? In thy name cast out devils, in thy name done many wonderful works. And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that worketh iniquity. Meaning that y'all believe through y'all confessions, yet when it comes time to exercise that confessions or to exercise that belief system, y'all embrace the commandments of man. Do you understand me? Because the church is not designed to teach you the commandments. Because see, if you know the commandments, the first commandment is idolization. Again, the first commandment is idolization. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Yet y'all have gods before y'all. When the meaning, and it's not necessarily talking about the images of Caesar Borgia and Buddha. Do you understand me? Because see, understand the definition of God is a supreme being. The definition is a supreme being with supernatural powers. And man is God himself. Because man eyes was open. And the government is God too. Because the policies and regulations controls what you vote for, controls what you looking at in the media. It controls you, it controls your thinking, it holds you captive to the philosophy of man. Do you understand me? See, so understand the government policies and regulations controls you. Even to this day, a lot of you all are controlled through democracy. But y'all like understanding the political game, so y'all captive to democracy, phobic, racism, and whatnot. Do you understand me? See, so many believers, they fall victim to the commandments because the church don't teach you what you worshiping. Do you understand me? Thou shalt not make any graven images in any likeness. Yet what y'all do is y'all have these tattoos of the Garden of Eden. Y'all have these Chinese tattoos, symbols. You understand me? Y'all have the Eye of Horus. Y'all have all these Egyptian graven images. Y'all have all these religious symbols. Do you understand me? And that's what you all do. Y'all, you should not make any graven images, yet y'all do. Thou shalt not bow down. Now, when you go into the church, you see all these graven images, you see all these paintings. Do you understand me? Thou shalt not bow down nor serve them. And a lot of you all serve the government. A lot of you all serve man. And what it meaning by bow down and serving them is that y'all embrace the commandments of man. Y'all promote the agenda. Like BLM, Antifa, this transgender movement. A lot of black people, and so-called African Americans, they are into homosexuality. They are captive to democracy. You understand me? And through democracy, they promote homosexuality. They promote BLM. They promote Antifa. They promote transgender surgeries and whatnot on little kids. Do you understand me? It is what it is. See, so at the end of the day, he don't know you despite of your religious teachings. You understand me? Because y'all live a lifestyle outside of your very same faith system that you confess to. You understand me? Even when y'all go to these religious organizations, or what you want to call the church, through religious teachings, y'all idolize. Y'all fall victim to idolization. Y'all become enemies to Yahweh God because he don't know you. Do you understand me? Let me get on the book of James 4 and 4. James chapter 4 verse 4. Ye adulterous and adulteress. Now when he say adulterous and adulteress, he talking about idolization. Same way how in a marriage a man cheat on his wife and the wife cheat on her husband. Do you understand me? Same way we talking about idolization. We talking about worship. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so when you're talking about adulterers and adulterers, meaning that you all don't know Yahweh God. Y'all don't know the Creator. Y'all know the Creator through religious teachings, but y'all don't know the Creator. So what happened is that y'all commit adultery through y'all religious teachings. Do you understand me? Like this Jesus character that don't exist. Y'all think that he is God and he is the Creator. You understand me? See, so there are a lot of things y'all like understanding and the church teach. So what happens is that y'all go inside that gate, not understanding y'all inside that gate, and the way inside that gate is broad. You understand me? And the church is not designed to teach you the broad way. You understand me? Because a lot of you all going inside that gate because, see, understand the government already know what the play is. It's just that the American people like understanding. Do you understand? Let's read that again. James chapter 4 verse 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know you not that friendship of the world is the enmity with Yahweh? And enmity is a barrier. Now that barrier is what we know as the philosophy or the physical nature of man. Let's read that again. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know you not that friendship of the world is the enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy to Yahweh. Meaning that y'all become enemies because y'all become enemies through friendship of the world, meaning that When it says friendship, we're talking about the embracement of the commandments of man. It's religious ideology and philosophical views y'all embrace. Although you go to church, although you confess and say that you believe, yet when it comes time to exercise that belief, y'all exercise democracy. Y'all exercise the philosophical system of man. Y'all put y'all trust in the philosophical system of man. You understand me? So at the end of the day, he never knew you. Do you understand me? Despite of your baptism, despite of your confession and communion taking, he never knew you. So he told you to depart from him. And Jesus don't exist, but your own Jesus, at this point, I'm going to say he exists. Your own Jesus, who y'all worship, say he don't know you. And you got baptized in his name. You did many works in his name. But at the end of the day, that same Jesus who don't exist, but he exists to you, he even told you he don't even know you. Hey, he don't know you because you live a lifestyle, because y'all twist and bend. And when y'all twist and bend, y'all go outside the commandments. Do you understand me? Because anything outside of the commandments is sorcery and witchcraft. You understand me? Let me get 1 Samuel, let me get 15 and 22 right quick. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 22. And Samuel said, have the Lord as in great, I'm gonna start at 22. And Samuel said, have the Lord as great delight in burnt offering and sacrifice as in obeying the voice of the Lord. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams. Because see, it's better to be obedient. You understand me? Even though he likes sacrifices, the atonement for sin, yet he rather for you to be obedient. Do you understand me? Because obedience is required. You understand me? If you love your spouse, you're going to be obedient to what she say. You understand me? Verse 23. Because at the end of the day, what happened is that you have to give up your freedom of this and to obtain that. Politically. Like how New York about to find out. What happened, they elect Zorman Madani, right? So what happened is that you have to give up this in order to get this. Now, at the end of the day, you end up losing. You never gain anything because you have to sacrifice. You understand me? You have to sacrifice this, you have to sacrifice that in order to get this. In order to get this, you have to lose that. In order to get this, you got to lose that. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so understand. Understand that it's better to obey, because see, when you obey, you obedient. But when you disobey, you become disobedient. You are not hearkening. You're doing what you want to do. Do you understand me? So Yahweh God saying that it's better to obey than to sacrifice. You understand me? Even though you're a sacrifice for the atonement of that sin, but then understand that through the philosophical nature of man, you're going to continue to sin because you're in the physical nature of man. You understand me? See, y'all don't understand this game. You have a divine spirit and a philosophical spirit. Do you understand me? See, the church is not designed to teach you into great detail as to what y'all worshiping when y'all inside these organizations. You understand me? It is what it is. Listen to what I'm gonna go back to that. Listen to what Yahweh Shai said. Let me get to the book of John, the 4th chapter, and let me get verse 22, but I'm gonna start at 21. John chapter 4, verse 21. Yahweh Shai said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when you shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father, meaning that he's not in the city of Jerusalem, and he's not in your synagogues to this day here in America. Let's read that again. Yahweh Shai said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye know not what you worship. We know what we worship. For salvation is of the Jews, meaning that salvation is for the elect of Israel. Do you understand me? Because see, we elect, we understand what we worshiping. See, the church is not designed to teach you what you worship. You understand me? So he ain't in the synagogues. Do you understand me? So the only thing you're going to find in the synagogues ain't nothing but philosophy. upon philosophy. Do you understand me? Before I get back that, let me get one more. Let me go to the book of let me get Daniel 12, and let me get verse 4. Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal up the book even to the time of end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased, and knowledge have increased. Talking about the religious ideology, because that religious ideology increased in the 1500s. Because in the 1400s you had the four great inventions that made the Renaissance great. Because Renaissance is the rebirth. Because in the 15th and the 1600s, the Greek and Roman philosophers revisited the scriptures. See, so understand all these doctrines that y'all are into, the rapture, the Trinity, and all that come out of the church. Do you understand me? Because see, understand the church split in the 1500s under Martin Luther due to the fact that you have philosophy. Y'all don't understand philosophy. You understand me? There is no answer in philosophical views, but more philosophical views. You understand me? Hey, hey, it is what it is. See, so therefore y'all lack understanding. Y'all don't understand the church and its early philosophy. You understand me? So philosophical or the religious views of the scriptures increased in the 1500s. It increased in the 1600s and the 1700s. That period will be known as humanism, replacement theology. Do you understand me? Hellenization was heavy. And to this day, a lot of you all are still Hellenized. Maybe not through the Greek culture, but yeah, y'all Hellenized through the Roman culture. Y'all Hellenized through the Edomites culture. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's get back. 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. Listen. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and adultery. You understand me? See, so anything outside of the commandments is iniquity. Anything outside of the commandments is adultery. Anything outside of the commandments is sorcery and witchcraft. So anything outside of the commandments is idolization. And a lot of you all believers, a lot of you religious people, y'all die in idolization. You understand me? You are enemies to Yahweh God through your religious teachings. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let me get to the book of Mark. Let me have Mark 7 and 7. Oh, let me get Mark 7 and 7. And let me go into the book of John, the 5th chapter. And I'm going to get verse 39. Mark chapter 7, verse 7. How about, matter of fact, let me start at 6. Verse 6. He answered and said unto them, whereof Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, ye people honor me with their lips, but their hearts is far from me. Meaning that y'all honor Yahweh through titles. Because see, understand, God, Lord, Jesus, Savior, those ain't nothing but pagan titles. These titles can be applied to anybody or any type of creation or anything. Do you understand me? So when you go to 1 Corinthians 8, I believe 5, you have many gods in the heavens and on earth. Do you understand me? And man is God too. Do you understand me? Because see, understand, worshiping is an act of obedience, and a lot of y'all obey creation, then y'all obey the Creator. Do you understand me? So y'all die in idolization. Y'all die outside of y'all belief system. Do you understand me? Because y'all like understanding. Y'all belief is through religious teachings and these religious titles. That's what it is. You got baptized in a religious title. But you got baptized in the name of this character named Jesus, and at the end of the day, he don't even know you. And he don't exist. And he told you he don't know you. Hey, it is what it is. Verse 7. How with Beth in vain do they worship me? Now vain is emptiness. How with Beth in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men? And when you go inside these religious organizations, whether Christianity, Judaism, Catholicism, Islam, or whatever, y'all have the commandments of men. Do you understand me? Because see, understand, The church is split. The Christianity church is split. They all believe in Mary and Jesus. But you got a different philosophical view from the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Baptist church. Do you understand me? The Baptist church dress code, you can wear short, girls can wear a little short mini skirts to church. But you won't see many short skirts in the Kingdom Hall in the Jehovah's Witness organization. Do you understand me? See, so they got different philosophical views when they read this Bible, although they believe in Mary and Jesus. You understand me? See, so the church is split into 7 organizations. And like the Baptist church and the Pentecostal, they are separate. They believe in Mary and Jesus, but the Pentecostal and the Baptist church, they are against each other. Philosophically, religiously, or I'm going to say religious ideology and religious philosophy. When they read the Bible, they get different interpretations. You understand me? So the church is split. Do you understand me? See, so that knowledge is increased, that philosophy, that religious teachings is increased. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so at the end of the day, it's nothing but emptiness inside y'all religious organization. Everything that you do ain't nothing but emptiness. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. In fact, let me get Jeremiah 10 and 3. Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 3. For the customs of the people are vain. Listen. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out the forest, the worketh of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it may not move. Meaning y'all religious practices of Christmas, Easter, ain't nothing but emptiness. Ain't nothing but idolization, idol worshiping. Because y'all worshiping the God of Nimrod, because he died and became the sun god. Do you understand me? And y'all worship the moon god of Isis, because Semiramis died and became the moon goddess. You understand me? See, so y'all lack understanding of what y'all worship. And see, so on these festival holidays or these religious holidays, y'all idolization. Y'all die in idolization. And throughout the year, y'all die in idolization because y'all worship the creation more than the creator. Do you understand me? It is what it is. So y'all die outside of that. Let me finish up with Romans. What I had, Romans 1 and 25. Romans chapter 1 verse 25. So like, let's start at verse 21. Verse 21. Because that when they knew Yahweh, they glorified him not as Yahweh, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imagination, and their heart, foolish heart, was darkened. Professing themselves too wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the corruptible image into a corruptible, made the glory of the uncorruptible Yahweh into an image made like the corruptible man, to bird, and four-footed beasts, and every creepy thing. Because creation became corrupt. When man's eyes opened, the physical nature of man, the creation of this universe, is corrupt. That means the stars, the moon, the animals, everything is corrupt. You understand me? Everything is on the philosophical views. See, like, understand, like Scientologists, evolution, all these views of man and his creation and this religious system, this religious belief goes against creation. Do you understand me? Because y'all really have to understand this game. Because man is against God and God is against man. Y'all don't understand it. You understand me? And the church is not going to teach you what you worship, because the church is a governing system of man. Do you understand me? Let's get down to verse 25. Who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the creator. Meaning that y'all serve the government. Y'all serve Leviathan. Leviathan is a snake. It's a mythical sea creature. That mythical sea creature is known as the philosophical governance, the physical nature of man. Its governance system, a one world governance system. See, y'all lack understanding of politics, because politics and religion is what this thing is about. Do you understand me? The Bible is not a religious book. It's a governing book. Do you understand me? Yet you have religions and their belief system use this Bible to push out their religious belief. Do you understand me? That's why it is of man and it's not of Yahweh God, because if it's of Yahweh God, you go to the Torah and the prophets, because the prophets quoted from the Torah. Do you understand me? Yahweh Shai quoted from the book of Torah, and he repeated what the prophet said, because they all came out of the book of Torah. Because y'all don't know the prophecies, y'all don't know the biblical scriptures concerning Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the 12 tribes of Israel. You understand me? Outside of that, y'all have religious teachings. You understand me? Christianity don't follow Christ. Although y'all may think it do through y'all teachings, so they were first called Christians, but y'all don't understand Christianity don't follow Christ. You understand me? It is what it is. See, it's a lot of things y'all like understanding it. And as a result, y'all die in idolization, y'all die enemies to Yahweh God, because you don't understand. You can't discern, because the church is not designed to teach you, or it's not designed to teach you in what you discerning and what you learning. Do you understand me? See, so therefore y'all custom, y'all practice, y'all cultural practice is nothing but emptiness. Go back to Matthew 7 and 23. And I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Because at the end of the day, y'all worship the commandments of man. Because y'all believe in God, y'all support homosexuality. You believe in God, got baptized in his name, took communion in the name, and confessed that he's the Lord and Savior of your life. And then y'all turn around and support democracy. Y'all support transgender surgeries. Y'all support all these physical movements of man that goes against Yahweh God. Do you understand me? Y'all don't understand. I do videos about this, politics and religion. Y'all don't understand. This spiritual war is politically being played out. You see a lot of church pastors, church members are running for the government, running for Senate, running for Congress, running for the House of Representatives. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so y'all have to understand. Let's get back. Mark chapter 7, verse 7. I'm going to start at 6. Verse 6. He answered and said unto them, where hath Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, these people honor me with their lips, but their hearts far from me. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of man. Now let's go down to verse 13. Making the word of Yahweh non-effect through your traditions which ye have delivered. Meaning that it doesn't matter how many times you go to church, you confess, at the end of the day, you embrace the commandments of man. You are friendship with the world. You promote democracy. You are captive, you are held captive to the philosophical views of democracy. You understand me? But you don't understand democracy. Democracy don't mean freedom. Alright? What the politicians tell you. See, so y'all like understanding of what this whole game is about. Okay, so as a result of lack of understanding, you become enemies to Yahweh God and y'all religious teachers. What I had, John 5 and 39. John chapter 5 verse 39. Search the scriptures, within them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. Meaning that a lot of you all think that y'all have life through religious teachings because you go to church and you confess. Yet at the end of the day, you don't have no life. But those that testify of him, meaning that those that understand the gospel. And I what I mean by the gospel, his birth, his death, and his resurrection, because that gospel is a public affair to a country. Because the Bible is a political book. It's not a religious book. Do you understand me? It's all about governing system, either of man or of Yahweh God. You understand me? Because the commandments governs a body of people. That's why it's a divine governing system. Now, America believes in God, and the Constitution is based on the commandments. The first, in the Constitution. You had the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Third Amendment, the I think the Fifth Amendment, the 10th Amendment, and it's one more amendment. But understand, the Constitution is built off the 10 Commandments. Do you understand me? America is a religious country. Australia, Africa, India, China, Russia, and the Middle East, and the Middle Eastern, they are all nothing but socialist and communist countries. Do you understand me? See, y'all don't know the difference between divine and philosophical. You understand me? See, so y'all fall victim to the lies, to the deceit. You understand me? Of these politicians, to where you die outside of your faith. You die in idolization. Hey, it is what it is, because a lot of y'all don't understand the gospel, and the church is not designed to teach you the gospel, so therefore you can't testify of him, because the church don't teach you about the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Because if you understand Yahweh Shai, you'll understand the commandments, and the first commandment is idolization. You'll understand what this political game is about and how it's all biblically related. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is, and as a result, y'all become enemies to Yahweh God. Let me get 2 Thessalonians 2:11, and then I'm gonna go on here into 2 Thessalonians 2:11, and let me get 1 Corinthians. Let me get 1 Corinthians 11 and 29. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie. They should believe a lie, and they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. Meaning that because y'all lack understanding, y'all in a delusional state. And y'all delusional state is through y'all religious teachings, thinking that you all have life, but y'all really don't. Through religious teachings, y'all think that in this delusional state, you all think that you are worshiping Yahweh God, but you're in idolization. Do you understand me? Because Jesus don't exist, and that's not his name. Jesus only exists through the translations. You understand me? It is what it is. See, so y'all lack understanding. So y'all in a delusional state. So y'all believe the lies that these politicians tell, especially when it comes to the religious organization. Y'all hold captive to the church views. Do you understand me? Oh, it's okay. Jesus love you. You can be a homosexual, long as you believe and have faith. Jesus love you, but he don't like to sin. But he still love you. You can be all you want to be. I can be a faggot. Jesus love you. Long as you believe and have faith, you are saved. See, so understand, all these religious teachings, y'all die outside of y'all faith, because this is the stuff that y'all believe. This is the stuff that's been taught into these churches. Especially when y'all go into these sermons. You understand me? Saturday, y'all worship the sun. Y'all worship the Saturn, the planet Saturn. When Sunday come, y'all worship the sun. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so understand the church is not designed to teach you what you worshiping. That's why a lot of you all die in idolization. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so understand. So therefore, let's read that again. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. And y'all took pleasure in that, meaning that y'all embraced the commandments of men. Y'all embraced democracy. Y'all embraced Antifa. Y'all embraced racism. Y'all embraced phobic. You understand me? Y'all embrace the philosophy of man. And as a result, y'all become enemies to Yahweh God, despite of your confessions and your belief. You understand me? Because y'all believe in titles. You understand me? Y'all don't know that he exists, because the church don't teach you that he exists. Do you understand me? Because the church is the governing system of man. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 29. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. Meaning that y'all can't discern the physical and the divine nature. Do you understand me? Because the church is not designed to teach you the body of Yahweh Shai, to teach you the difference. Do you understand me? So therefore, when it comes to the body of Yahweh Shai, y'all die in idolization. Y'all die to the system of Esau Illuminati, to where you die outside of your faith, despite of your confessions and your belief. Do you understand? Do you understand me? Because y'all become enemies to Yahweh God, because you bring damnation to yourself, because you don't understand the Lord's body. You don't understand this political game. Do you understand me? Y'all really don't understand, because the church is not designed to teach you, but teach you the religious ideology of life living. You understand me? And the church teach you social issues, and y'all religious teachings are based on these social issues of life. Believe in God, have faith. Go to church and pray every day, you will be saved. You understand me? But y'all lack understanding. So what happens is that y'all believe in God, y'all honor him through titles, but when it comes time to exercise that belief, y'all exercise the commandments of man. You understand me? Y'all have religious teachings of the gospel, but y'all don't understand the gospel, because the church is not designed to teach you the gospel. You understand me? Because see, understand his birth, his death, and his resurrection play a part to a governing system. Do you understand me? hey, it is what it is. Because you understand, the kingdom and country is the same biblical and political definition. Kingdom, country, country's kingdom. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Verse 30. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. And a lot of y'all lack understanding, so y'all sick in y'all ideology. You understand me? Y'all think that it's okay for a man to identify as a woman, okay? Identify as a woman and sit next to a girl in a girl's bathroom, next to a little girl, and use the bathroom. You all think that sick is, y'all think that, especially a lot of black liberal women, the white people, it's okay for the white people because they don't have no covenant, they don't know no better. But the black women, they should already know better. You understand me? So they sick in their mind thinking that a man can have a baby. If a man identify as a woman, he can have a baby according to the science. Do you understand me? See how stupid and ridiculous this shit is? But y'all believe that shit. Do you understand me? Because y'all don't understand this game. Y'all can't see beyond the physical nature of man. You understand me? It is what it is. So therefore y'all become sick and y'all weaken y'all faith, because y'all believe but y'all really don't believe. You believe in the Lord, but then it comes time to exercise that belief, y'all exercise democracy. Y'all holler about the Democrats. Joe Biden, Barack Obama, AOC. You understand me? Jeremy Crockett. But y'all don't understand, these people are wicked. They are devils. Do you understand me? It doesn't matter what party, Republican or Democrat, these are devils. Because see, these devils already know. Because see, understand, another thing y'all need to understand, the Democrats create the opposition. Because when you go back into American history and the politics of America, the Democrats became, independence became, where the Democrat Party started by Andrew Johnson in the late 1800s after the death of President Garfield. Do you understand me? Prior to the Democrats and Andrew Johnson starting the Democratic Party, they was known as independents. Even to this day, when you go back and Google, you're going to see the connection. But understand that the Democrats came out of the KKK because the first civil rights bill was put up by black people, black Congress in 1870. Y'all don't know y'all history. And a lot of black people get their history off social media, Facebook and Twitter X. You understand me? See, so those ain't nothing but low IQ people, because y'all like understanding. Even though you believe in God, you believe in this character named Jesus who don't exist. Yet, even though you say you believe and got baptized in the name, but yet when it comes time to exercise that belief, y'all exercise democracy. Y'all exercise the Democratic talking points. Y'all promote the Democratic talking points. You understand me? Not understanding the philosophical nature of man leads to death. You understand me? And these politicians already know that they coming to a close. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Now y'all can go through. Do you understand me? See, so what happened as a result of lack of understanding, y'all die in idolization. Because y'all don't understand what y'all worshiping. Because the church is not designed to teach you what you worship. See, a lot of you all believe in God, but y'all support the government. And the government goes against the commandments of Yahweh God. Homosexuality, transgender movements. Come on, man. That shit is sickening. You understand me? But y'all believe in God and should promote this. It is what it is. See, so y'all die in idolization. You understand me? See, now when it comes to the Gentiles, they don't have no covenant. They have no understanding of the gospel. So for them, naturally, to idolization is a good thing for them. That's a righteous thing to the Gentile nations. You understand me? Because see, understand the Gentile was never taught the commandments because the children of Israel quickly went into slavery. So the Gentiles don't know the commandments. The first commandment is idolization, and the Gentiles don't know that because they have no covenant. Do you understand me? So for them to naturally idolization and to die in that idolization and to create religion, then that's a righteous thing to them. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. In fact, let me go into Ephesians. You know, the animals, these ants and stuff falling off this tree. Now, where was that? Ephesians 2. And let me start at Ephesians 2 and 11. Ephesians chapter 2, verse 11. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh. Listen. Being in time past Gentiles in the flesh. See, Gentiles in the flesh. Who are called uncircumcision. Listen. Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision, by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands. Meaning that the children of Israel has a physical covenant. That physical covenant is what you call circumcision. Now, due to the fact of disobeying that covenant, they was Hellenized, talking about Hellenization, meaning that religiously and cultural practice, they followed the Gentile nations. You understand me? So they was the Gentiles in the flesh, meaning that in the physical nature of the Gentiles, their thoughts, their ideology, and the philosophical view was of the Gentiles. Do you understand me? So in time past, being Gentiles in the flesh, you understand me? It is what it is. See, so understand when it says the circumcision and uncircumcision, I'm talking about the covenant. Now the uncircumcision are the Gentile nations. They have no physical covenant with Yahweh God. And in fact, let me go into the book of Acts, I think 7 and 8. Acts chapter 7, verse 8. And he gave him the covenant of circumcision. And so Abraham begot Isaac, and circumcised him the 8th day. And Isaac begot Jacob, and Jacob begot the 12 patriarchs, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. Do you understand me? These 12 tribes of Israel makes up that divine governance system, because the commandments is a divine system. They govern a body of people, and they was given to the children of Israel. Now the children of Israel never kept the commandments. They quickly went into slavery because of idolization. You understand me? And mainly was the northern kingdom went in idolization. Now the southern kingdom, they walked amongst the philosophical views of man. They didn't follow the commandments. They followed the commandments of man. But yet when it came time for religious belief and religious cultural practice, the northern kingdom went into slavery for idolization. That's why Yahweh Shai came out of the tribe of Judah. He didn't come out of Joseph. Do you understand me? In fact, before I get that, let me get Psalms 78. Let me get Psalm 78, and let me go down to verse 67. Psalm 78, verse 67. Moreover, he refused the tabernacle of Joseph and chose not the tribe of Ephraim, but chose the tribe of Judah, the Mount Zion which he loved, and built his sanctuary like the high palaces, like the earth which he hath established forever. Meaning that he came and established a divine governance system. Yahweh Shai Christ came and established a divine governance system, just like the governance system here on this earth, the philosophical system of man. Do you understand me? I'm gonna finish up, but let me go to Matthew right quick, 4 and 17. Matthew chapter 4, verse 17, but I'm going to start at 16. Verse 16, the people which sat in darkness saw great light, and to them which sat in the region in the shadows of death, light sprung up. From that time, Yahweh began to preach to say, repent, that means to turn back, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand, and the kingdom is a divine governance system. So that means to turn back from the philosophical system of man, which is darkness, and come to that light. It's the commandment. It's a divine governance system. See, y'all like understanding of the gospel. You understand me? So therefore, a lot of you all religious believers, a lot of you all call yourselves spiritual people. Y'all die outside of your faith. You don't even know the Bible. You don't even know what you worshiping. Because a lot of y'all into the doctrines and the commandments of man. Because all these commandments, all these doctrines, all these doctrines that's into the church of the day come from the commandments of man. They come from the Greek and Roman philosophers. You understand me? The Trinity, the rapture theory, and all these doctrines has no place and no part in the book of Torah, because you will find no Trinity in Torah. You will find no rapture theory in the book of Torah and in the writings of Moses, and the prophets never quoted that. Do you understand me? It is what it is. See, so understand that commandments is the divine governance system. And Yahweh Shai came out of that system, came and established a divine governance system. Do you understand me? See, so understand that when it comes to the circumcision and uncircumcision, talking about that covenant, and the children of Israel has a physical covenant. Do you understand me? The Gentiles don't have no covenant. You understand me? Let me go to Jeremiah 9 and 23 right quick. I believe. 9 and 25, Shalaki. And the ants keep falling off this tree. Jeremiah chapter 9, verse 25. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will punish all of them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised, Egypt and Judah and Edom, and the children of Ammon and Moab, and all that are in the uttermost corners, that dwell in the wilderness. For all these nations are uncircumcised. And all the house of Israel, listen, and all the house of Israel are uncircumcised in the heart. Meaning that their spiritual heart, they are uncircumcised. Yet, they are circumcised in the physical nature. You understand me? Now, the Gentiles are uncircumcised spiritually and physically. They have no covenant. Do you understand me? Let me get Romans 2. And that what Romans 2 and 14? Romans chapter 2, verse 14. For when the Gentile which have not the law, the commandments, do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves, because the Gentile never received the commandments, so they don't know about idolization. Do you understand me? So whatever comes to their mind, that is law. Like to this day, in the Gentile nations, this Christianity nonsense, they call them Jesus. So that's a law to them, that is Jesus, and they're going to stay with that name Jesus. So they're going to they're going to die in idolization. So when that time comes, ain't no white man coming out of the sky to save you. When these events take place, political and cataclysmic events take place, ain't no such thing as Jesus. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Verse 15. Which show the work of the law written in their hearts, their conscience also bearing witness in their thoughts, the meanwhile accursing or else excusing one another. Meaning they'll tell you that, oh, it's okay to be a homosexuality, because they faggots themselves. You understand me? It is. Oh, it's okay. Jesus love you. You understand me? Okay, it is what it is. See, so anything that comes to the mind of the Gentile, that's a law to them. So even having sex with an animal is righteous to them. That's a righteous thing to them. Do you understand me? But the so-called African Americans, we have a physical covenant with Yahweh God. We are Yahweh God chosen. Yet through democracy and idolization, religious teachings, y'all reject the commandments. And y'all embrace the commandments of man, so y'all become enemies to Yahweh God. You understand me? Let me get Isaiah 65. And let me start at 11. Isaiah 65 verse 11. But ye are they that forsake the Lord, that forgot my holy mountain, that prepared the table for that truth, that and that furnished the drink offering unto that number. Meaning that y'all forgot what took place on the side of that mountain. And the church is not going to teach you what took place on that mountain. Because on the side of that mountain, you had many died to idolization. Because Yahweh God commanded the tribe of Levi to go throughout all the camps to slaughter everybody that worshiped that calf. Man, woman, child, and their own family members. That's why it's called the covenant of Levi. Because the covenant of Levi, they never idol worship in the desert when they left Egypt. But yet the children of Israel, they idolization. They fell into idolization. While Moses was receiving his divine governing system from Yahweh God. Okay? It is what it is. Let's read that again. But they are they that forsake the Lord, that forgot my holy mountain, that prepared the table for that truth, and that furnished the drink offering unto that number. Meaning that y'all line yourself up with all these doctrines, philosophical, that goes against creation. A lot of you all religiously line yourself up and y'all idolize and y'all go against Yahweh God. You understand me? Religiously and politically, y'all line yourself up with these doctrines. Do you understand me? It is what it is. Therefore will I nail you to the sword, and you shall bow down to the slaughter. Now that sword is what we call the system of man, the governing system of man, and it comes in various forms. Do you understand me? Because the governing system of man is economic enslavement. You understand me? To where you die. Do you understand me? So they're going to bow down to that slaughter, meaning that a lot of you believers, a lot of you righteous, a lot of, not, I ain't going to say righteous, but a lot of you religious believers, call yourselves spiritual people, y'all fall victim to the system because y'all line yourself up with the religious ideology of man and the philosophical views, and y'all go against Yahweh God. So y'all going to fall victim to that same system that y'all support. Do you understand me? Let's read that again. Therefore will I nail you to the sword, and you shall bow down to the slaughter. Because when they called, you did not answer. When I spoke, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore, meaning that y'all continue to choose in the policies of man. Y'all continue to support democracy because y'all think democracy means freedom. Do you understand me? It is what it is. But democracy is the governing system. It's a philosophical view, and that view governs your mind. That's where you get Democrats from Demetrius Democritus. See, there's a lot of things y'all don't understand. Okay? Let's read that again. Verse 12. Therefore will I nail you to the sword, you shall bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you didn't answer. When I spoke, you didn't hear. But did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Therefore thus said the Lord Yahweh God, behold, my servant shall eat, you shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, and you shall be thirsty. And he's talking about economically, because America will be reduced to another third world country. Do you understand me? Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall have for vaccination of the spirit. Meaning that y'all going to fall victim to the system economically, to where you're going to die outside of your faith, to where you're going to be ashamed that in these religious teachings ain't no white man came to save you. You're going to understand that there is no Trinity. You understand me? It is what it is. You're going to understand that democracy don't mean freedom. Okay? See, y'all going to start to wake up and understand when these events take place. You understand me? But yet, y'all are captive to the philosophical views of man. So y'all going to bow down Y'all gonna fall victim. Y'all gonna be slaughtered to the system of Esau. Meaning that economically, y'all gonna take that chip. Y'all have that mark of that beast already. But y'all don't even understand it. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so understand that Gentiles don't have no covenant. So they don't, Yahweh God never dealt with the Gentile nations. So they don't even know. Do you understand me? But yet through the Greek and Roman philosophers, they reshape how we view money and materialism. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let me get the book of Psalms. Let me get Psalms. Let me get Psalms 147. And then let me go into the book of Amos. And let me get Amos 3 and 1. But I'm gonna start at Amos 3 and 1. Amos chapter 3 verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all families of the earth. See, so he only know only the families of the earth that he know is the Israelites, because we are Yahweh God's chosen. Yet he used other Gentile, he used nations and the Gentile nations, he used them to complete and to carry out his biblical prophecy. Like he used Cyrus to put it in Babylon. But Cyrus is not chosen. You understand me? Cyrus is not a Hebrew Israelite. He's a Gentile. He's an Edomite. But yeah, he uses the enemy to complete out his prophecies. Do you understand me? Therefore will I punish you for all your iniquities. Meaning that to this day, we so-called African Americans are going through the curses. You understand me? For being disobedient. Do you understand me? For not keeping the commandments, but yet embracing the commandments of men. So the majority of so-called African Americans fall victim to this system. They die in idolization, and a lot of so-called African Americans, they are already inside that wide gate, but they don't understand it through their religious teachings. Psalms 147 verse 19. He showed his words unto Jacob, his statutes and judgment unto Israel. He have not so dealt with any nation. And as for his judgment, they have not known them. See, so he never dealt with any nation but the children of Israel. So the Gentile nation don't even know his judgment when it comes to idolization. Do you understand me? When it comes to the philosophical nature of man, the Gentiles don't understand because they never was taught. Because the children of Israel quickly went into slavery. Because they never kept the commandments. Do you understand me? So the Gentiles don't know the commandments. But when it comes to the children of Israel, the gospel, the birth, death, and resurrection is a stumbling block for the nation of Israel. Because a lot of Israel don't believe despite of their fringes, despite of their faith. Do you understand me? Listen to what Christ say, Yahweh say in John 6 and 64. John chapter 6 verse 64. But there are some of you that believe not. For Yahweh Shai knew from the beginning who they were that believe not. Meaning that he already knew from the beginning. Meaning that life is already written. Your faith is already written. It's a movie being played out. Right? Being played out. Now, while your life is being played out, it's going to determine whether you believe or not. You understand me? Like, I believe, so my life is playing out through these scriptures. Do you understand me? Because I answered that call. But understand that there are some people that believe not. Yahweh Shai know that who believed and who didn't believe, despite of their confessions, despite of their belief. Do you understand me? Let's read that again. John chapter 6 verse 64. But there are some of you that believe not. For Yahweh Shai knew who from the beginning who they were that believe not. And he said, therefore I say unto you that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father. Meaning that it have to be put on you in order you to really follow the biblical scriptures. Yet you can follow through religious teachings. Yet through these religious teachings you are outside of the commandments. You in idolization. Do you understand me? Because see, understand, knowing and believing is two different. And a lot of Israelites don't believe because the gospel is a stumbling block. Do you understand me? Listen to what Paul said, Romans 10. Let me get 10 and 2. Romans chapter 10 verse 2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of Yahweh, but not according to the knowledge. For they being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, and have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh, meaning they never submitted themselves to the righteousness, and that righteousness is Yahweh Shai. Do you understand me? See, so when you go verse 1, his prayer is that all Israel be saved, but they're not going to be saved because they lack understanding when it comes to the gospels of Yahweh Shai, because it's a stumbling block. Knowing and believing is two different. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Romans chapter 9 verse 30. What shall we say then? That the Gentile which follow not after righteousness. Now righteousness is talking about the physical commandments. Have obtained true righteousness. Now when they say obtain, that means to stand before. Now this righteousness is talking about Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the spiritual commandments. You got the physical commandments, and then you have the spiritual commandments. Yahweh Shai is the living commandments. He is that bread of life. Do you understand me? Let's read that again. Verse 30. What shall we say then? That the Gentile which follow not after righteousness have obtained to righteousness, even the righteousness of faith. And that's talking about Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is righteousness. You understand me? We in Romans. Let's go back a few chapters to 3. Let's get back to Romans 3 and 21. Romans chapter 3 verse 21. But now the righteousness of Yahweh without the law is manifested, being witnessed by the law and the prophets. See, so it's being witnessed by the law, and that law is in the book of Torah, in the writings of Moses. You understand me? And it's being witnessed by the minor and the major prophets. You understand me? See, so when it comes to the gospel was already written long before the foundation of the world. A lot of y'all don't understand the gospel, so y'all fall victim to the system and die in idolization. You understand me? Because everybody don't believe despite of their confessions and their belief. Even the children of Israel don't believe, because he's a stumbling block to them. You understand me? Let's finish up. Romans chapter 9 verse 31. But Israel which followed after the law of righteousness have not obtained to the law of righteousness. Meaning that they was given the physical commandments, yet Israel never kept the physical commandments, so they're not able to obtain before Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai is the commandments. Do you understand me? It is what it is. Okay, that's why y'all don't understand the gospel. Let me go on Galatians 3 and 24. Galatians chapter 3 verse 24, but I'm going to start at 19. Verse 19. Wherefore then serveth the law? It was added because of transgression till the seed should come to who the promise was made. Now let's go down to verse 24. Wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Christ, that we might be justified by faith. But after that faith did come, we are no longer under a schoolmaster, meaning that we're no longer under the physical commandments. Because see, understand the physical commandments, the physical flesh is not subject to the commandments. Because see, understand the commandments is divine. Do you understand me? So the flesh is not subject to the commandments. And the commandments is not subject to the physical nature of man. Do you understand me? In fact, we in Romans. Let's go back to Romans 7. I'm going to get 8, I'm going to get 7 and 14, and then I'm going to go to Romans 8 and 7. Romans chapter 7 verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, because it comes directly from Yahweh God. It's divine. But I am carnal, sold under sin, meaning that we are shaping in iniquity of sin, so we are automatically born in with the corruptible nature. Do you understand me? So we automatically go against Yahweh God through the physical nature. You understand? Verse 8. Romans chapter 8 verse 7. Because the carnal mind is an enmity with Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed it can be. Why? Because the carnal mind is an enmity. That enmity is a barrier again. That barrier is what we know as philosophy of man, the physical nature of man. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so understand. Let's go back. Romans chapter 9, verse 30. What shall we say then? That the Gentile which follow not after righteousness have obtained to righteousness, even the righteousness which is of faith. But Israel which follow not after the law of righteousness have not obtained to the righteousness, to the law of righteousness. Wherefore, because they sought it not by faith, but it was by the works of the law, for they stumble at the stumbling stone. And it is written, Behold, I lay in Zion a stumbling stone and a rock of offense, and whosoever believeth on him shall not be ashamed. Meaning that believe and know and understand that his name is Yahweh Shai, they won't be ashamed. See, I'm not ashamed of the fringes that I have on, because I know and understand what I'm worshiping. A lot of you all are ashamed. You understand me? Because a lot of you all don't know what y'all worshiping. Do you understand me? Let me go to what? 1 Peter, I believe. And let me get 1 Peter 2, and let me get 1 Peter 2 and 7. 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 7. Unto you therefore which believe he is precious, but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builder disallowed, the same is made the head cornerstone, and as a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense, even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto also they were appointed. Meaning that through the scriptures it was appointed for them to be disobedient. It was appointed for their eyes to be closed. You understand me? Because see, Israel never believed. They never had faith when they left Egypt. Do you understand me? So Israel been asleep. You understand me? And they continue to stay asleep to this day. Despite it, they waking up to their nationality and Esau Illuminati. At the end of the day, they sleep to these scriptures. They sleep to the gospel because they don't understand the gospel. They don't understand what the nature, they don't understand what this political game is about, because it's all politically related. Do you understand me? And as a result of that, they die outside of their faith. It doesn't matter what you believe in. You understand me? Because see, understand, knowing and believing is two different. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let me get Isaiah, let me go to Isaiah 6, and I'm going to start at 9. Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9. And he said, Go and tell this people, hear indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the people heart of the people, make the heart of the people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they shall see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert, and I will heal them. Meaning that when they come to a full understanding, you understand me? When they come to a full belief, then they can be able to be healed. But until then, that philosophical nature is there, so they won't be able to be healed because of the religious teachings that is being taught, that they are captive to the ideology of man. Do you understand me? See, so their eyes going to continue to stay shut. You understand me? They're going to continue to look in the physical. They ain't going to see beyond the physical. Okay, you understand me? It is going to be heavy to where they not really hear the scripture. They hear it, but they don't understand. You understand me? But they understand bigotry. They understand the philosophy, terminologies of man when they use to promote their agenda. These words are political weapons of war. You understand me? That they use. Y'all can hear that, but y'all don't hear the scriptures because y'all don't understand the scriptures. Because a lot of you all don't believe despite of your confessions. Do you understand me? Y'all believe in the governing system of man or the philosophical system of man. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Let's get Romans 11 and 7. Romans chapter 11, verse 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which is secret for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. As according as it is written, Yahweh have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear until this day. And David said, Let their table be made a snare and a trap, and a stumbling block, and a recompense unto them. Meaning that this book is closed, it's going to stay closed. Only the elect of Israel are going to wake up and understand. And the Gentiles going to wake up and understand, and they're going to come to the Israelite. And we, the elect of Israel, We are going to teach the Gentiles these commandments. Because, see, understand, the Gentiles going to learn these commandments because when they get in the kingdom, they going in at slavery. You understand me? Because the kingdom of Yahweh God will rebirth slavery. All this we are the world singing nonsense, that's not happening. You understand me? In the kingdom we are the world? No, it's not. The Gentiles are going into slavery. Life is built on captivity. Life is based on slavery. Do you understand me? Y'all don't understand this whole game. Because this is about governing systems. You understand me? A divine and a philosophical system. And these two systems clashing. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. So y'all become enemies to Yahweh God through y'all religious teachings. Let me get Colossians 2 and 8. Colossians chapter 2 verse 8. Be aware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. Listen, philosophy and vain deceit. Vain is emptiness and philosophy, meaning that it's emptiness and philosophy. Philosophy plus philosophy equals more philosophy. You'll never find any answers. After traditions of men, after the rudiments of this world, and not after Christ, meaning that the world governance system is religious ideologies, its political views, goes against Yahweh God. It's views politically about creation goes against Yahweh God. So at the end of the day, man and its governance system, ideology and philosophy goes against the Bible. And the Bible is against man's ideology and philosophy. Do you understand me? So so that's politics. You have a debate. You have a conflict there. Do you understand me? You have a divine and a philosophical system, a divine and a philosophical spirit, and a clash. That's politics. Go to Galatians 5 and 17. You understand me? You can't do what you want to do because either you're going to walk in that divine or the philosophical nature. You understand me? There is no in between. Do you understand me? Because see, everybody don't believe despite their confessions. Let me go to John 8 and 23. 24. Shalaki. John chapter 8 verse 24. I say therefore unto you that ye shall die in your sins. If you believe not that I am he, you shall die in your sins. And a lot of you are going to die in y'all sins because y'all don't believe that is he. You understand me? You believe that he's a prophet. You believe he's the son of God, but you don't believe in Yahweh Shai because you don't testify of Yahweh Shai. You only believe through religious teachings and religious ideology and philosophy. But you don't believe because knowing and believing is too different. Because you got to understand who Yahweh Shai. That's why you go back in the 1 Corinthians, y'all can't discern the Lord's body. Y'all don't understand the game. Y'all don't understand the politics of it. You understand me? Y'all believe in these fairy tale teachings, yet there is no life in these fairy tale teachings. Do you understand me? So a lot of y'all die because y'all can't testify. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is because knowing and believing is two different. Listen to what we're in John. Let's go to John 5 and let me get 46. Listen to what Yahweh Shai say. John chapter 5 verse 46. For had ye believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how shall you believe my words? And a lot of them don't believe Yahweh Shai word, despite of their confession, in spite of their following him. Do you understand me? Everybody don't believe in the birth, death, and resurrection of Yahweh Shai. Do you understand me? Here's what it is. See, y'all don't understand the gospel, and the church is not designed to teach you the gospel. So therefore, y'all die in idolization. You understand me? Because see, understand that you're going to always have that division there. You understand me? A lot of you are divided, as the church called him Jesus. Judaism called him, in Judaism they say Yeshua. You understand me? And outside of the Abrahamic religion, y'all call him Buddha. Y'all call him Allah. Y'all got different names. You understand me? But all these names are philosophical names. They come from the religious belief system of man. You understand me? Yahweh Shai is an Israelite, and his name is not Jesus. His name is not Yeshua. Do you understand me? Hey, it is what it is. See, so therefore, a lot of you all don't believe despite of. You understand me? Let me get Matthew 16 and 13. Listen to what Yahweh Shai say. Matthew chapter 16, verse 13. When Yahweh Shai came into the coast of Serene Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, Who do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? And they said, Some say thou art John the Baptist, some Elijah, and other Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. And he said unto them, whom say ye that I am? Meaning that you had different beliefs about him. You understand me? Some believe he a prophet, some believe he the Son of God, some believe that they all wrapped up in a one. You understand me? It is what it is, but y'all like understanding the biblical prophecy. Y'all like understanding the gospel. Y'all don't even understand the book of Genesis. Y'all don't even understand the Garden of Eden. You understand me? Because you had to basically get a full understanding of Garden of Eden in order to understand basically what goes on to this day religiously and politically. Because this all goes back into the Garden of Eden. It's all biblically related. It's all of Yahweh prophecies are coming to pass through these politicians, legislations, and agenda. And as these years go by, why? Because history repeats itself. Do you understand me? It is what it is, and a lot of people don't believe. You got a lot of division about him, so y'all die in idolization. Where was it? John. Let me get John 7, and let me get 31. John chapter 7, verse 31. And many other people believed on him when they and said, when Christ come, will he do more miracles than this which this man has done? Now let's go up to verse 27. Howbeit we know this man from whence he is, but when Christ cometh, no man knoweth whence he is, because they knew Yahweh Shai. They knew his mother and Joseph. You understand me? Let's go over to let's go back a chapter to 6 and 42. John chapter 6, verse 42. And they said, Is this not Yahweh Shai, the son of Joseph, whose father and mother we know? How is it then that he said, I come down from heaven? You understand me? So they didn't believe who he was, despite him coming in the flesh. You understand me? Let's go back to John 7 and let's get verse 40. John chapter 7, verse 40. Many other people believed, therefore, when they heard this saying said, of a truth, this is the prophet. Others said, this is Christ. But some said, shall Christ come out of Galilee? Now let's go down to verse 43. So there was a division amongst the people because of him. See, so you always going to have that division. Everybody's not going to believe despite their confessions and their belief. You understand me? Like how you say, if you don't believe the writings of Moses, how you going to believe Yahweh Shai? Because see, everybody don't believe what they read. Knowing and believing is two difference. You understand me? it is what it is. You understand me? Knowing and believing is two different. Let's go back to John 6 and let me go down to I'm gonna start at 64, but I'm gonna go down to I want 69. John chapter 6 verse 64. But there are some of you believe not, for Yahweh Shai knew from the beginning who they were that believe not. Verse 65. And he said, therefore I say unto you that no man can come unto me except it would give it to him of my Father. Meaning that it had to be put in you to really follow, because everybody don't believe that truth. That truth had to be put in you. You have to testify to that truth, and everybody don't testify to that truth. See, this is not based upon your physical feelings. A lot of you all have physical feelings, and y'all gave yourself to the Lord. Y'all gave yourself to this character named Jesus who don't exist. Y'all turned yourself over to titles. Do you understand me? Not understanding what you worshiping. Hey, it is what it is. See, so you can't come, you can't follow unless it be really put in you in order for you to really believe. Because knowing and believing is two different. Let's go back a chapter to John 6 and let's get 44. John chapter 6 verse 44. No man can come to me except the Father which has sent him draw him. Meaning that you can't come to Yahweh Shai unless you be drawn. Meaning that you have to be chosen. You have to be chosen to follow him. You have to testify of Yahweh that he exists in order to follow Yahweh Shai. You understand me? Because y'all like understanding of Yahweh Shai. Y'all like understanding of the gospel. So y'all die in idolization through religious teachings. Y'all become enemies to Yahweh God. It doesn't matter how many times you were baptized and took communion. You understand me? Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go that back down to 65. And he say, therefore I say unto you that no man can come unto me except it were given unto him of my Father. From that time many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. Then he said unto the 12, will ye go away? Then Simon Peter answering said unto him, Lord, to whom shall we go? Thou hast the words of eternal life. See, thou hast the words. Why? Because they believe in biblical prophecy. They believe in the writings of Moses. You understand me? Everybody don't believe in the writings of Moses. That's why he's saying, John, if you were Abraham's children, you'll do the works of Abraham. You understand me? If Abraham your father, you'll do the works of Abraham. Abraham believed and obeyed. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. Verse 69. And we believe and are sure thou art Christ the Son of the living Yahweh. Meaning that they believe because Yahweh Shai quoted from the book of Torah, and he quoted what the prophets had quoted. You understand me? It is what it is. In fact, let me get Hebrews 1:1. Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1. Yahweh, who at sundry times in divers manner spoke in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, have in these last days spoken to us by his Son. See, so he's spoken to the prophets, and he's spoken to us through his Son and through the writings of Moses. Do you understand me? See, so when it comes to the biblical Hebrew scriptures, the biblical scriptures of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, a lot of you all die outside of that because y'all don't believe. Because the church don't teach you what you worship. They're not going to teach you Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They're not going to teach you Yahweh Shai. They're not going to teach you the gospel because the church is not designed. Because it's a religious governance system of man, and this religious governance system of man goes against Yahweh God. Biblically, it's known in the ancient world as the gate of gods. You understand me? Hey, it is what it is. And Babylon is still here. Babylon is still here to this day, consists of a religious and a philosophical system. And to this day, y'all in idolization. Because y'all like understanding through these religious teachings. You understand me? See, so it doesn't matter. But knowing and understanding what you worshiping. Understand?